Let's kick things off with a number that changes everything. 59.7%. That's nearly 60%. Think about that for a second. That's how many Google searches in Europe now end without a single click to anyone's website. This isn't just some small shift. This is a massive rewiring of how we find information online. The age of the click is well and truly over. And that brings us to this quote, which just hits the nail on the head. So many businesses are still playing a game that frankly doesn't exist anymore. If you've been pulling your hair out, obsessing over keyword rankings and website traffic, but your results just keep sliding, this is why. You're playing by a rule book that was thrown out years ago. So what's the new game? What's the new rule book? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. It's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. In this explainer, we are going to break down exactly what that means and give you the new strategic framework you absolutely need to thrive in this new age of AI. All right, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we're going to talk about why searching as we knew it is dead. Then we'll define our new mission, GEO. After that, we're going to peek under the hood and see how AI actually thinks about your content. Then we'll get into a very practical action plan. And finally, we'll cover how you measure success when the old metrics just don't apply anymore. Okay, first up, the end of searching. You see, we've moved out of an era where Google's job was to give you a big list of websites, an index. Now we're in an era where its job is to give you a single direct answer. It's a shift from indexing to recommendation. So where are people actually making decisions now? Well, here's the thing. It's probably not on your homepage. It's happening in all these little fragmented moments online. A comment on a TikTok, a deep dive into a Reddit thread, a straight-up answer from ChatGPT. These are the new moments of influence, and they can often have more weight than a perfectly polished landing page. Which brings us to our new goal. If you can't rely on getting that click, then what is the point? Well, the point is to shift your entire mindset. Your goal is no longer about ranking on a page. It's about being recommended in an answer. And that, my friends, is Generative Engine Optimization. It's a whole new discipline. It's the art and science of setting up all your content, your words, your data, your technical signals, so that an AI can find it, actually understand it, trust it, and most importantly, cite it as a source when it generates an answer. This chart really lays it all out. You know, traditional SEO was this big battle to rank for a specific keyword. But GOS is a campaign to become the source of truth for conversational questions. It's a fundamental shift in strategy. So now that we know what we're aiming for, let's get into the how. To really win a GEO, you have to start thinking like the machine. How does something like ChatGPT or Google's AI Overviews actually decide which piece of information it's going to trust and show to a user? It's not magic, it's a process. And it breaks down into 4 basic stages. First, it processes the question to figure out what the user really wants. Second, it goes out and retrieves a bunch of information from all over the web. Third, and this is the key part, it ranks all those sources based on things like authority and trustworthiness. And finally, it writes a brand new answer based on those top-ranked sources. Your entire job is to win at stage 3. The core technology that makes this all possible is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. All you really need to know is that this is the tool that lets an AI reach out beyond its pre-programmed knowledge and pull in fresh, real-time information from the live web to answer questions. It's a game changer. Now check this out, because this is fascinating. AIs get things wrong. A lot. More than half of reported errors are just flat-out inaccurate answers. But here's the twist. This isn't a weakness in the system. It is your single biggest opportunity. By creating content that is crystal clear, factually accurate, and super trustworthy, you become the solution to the AI's biggest headache. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's get practical. Let's get our hands dirty. This is your GEO action plan. This is the playbook for creating content that AI engines will find absolutely irresistible. The first rule is the most important one. It's the answer first rule. Forget what you learned about long, flowery introductions. Answer the question directly, concisely, right there in the first paragraph. The AI is scanning for a quick, easy-to-grab answer, and you need to serve it up on a silver platter. Next up, your content needs what we call standalone clarity. That means every important sentence or paragraph has to make perfect sense, even if it's ripped completely out of context. Just look at this example. That's why many chefs use it. That's useless on its own. But the second one? Perfect. It's a complete, self-contained fact that an AI can easily grab and reuse. You also have to design your content so a machine can read it easily. The easier you make it for an AI to understand the structure of your content, the better. We're talking about lists, tables, step-by-step guides, anything with a clear format. Use short paragraphs and headings that tell the machine exactly what's in the next section. This is a big one. AI models are literally trained to find and value human experience and expertise. So how do you prove it? Well, you can talk about what didn't work. A failure analysis shows real experience. You can use precise technical details that demonstrate true expertise. You can publish original interviews to build authority, and on a basic level, you can make sure your business name, address, and phone number are consistent everywhere to build trust. And finally, we've got the technical side of things. Think of schema markup as little labels that you add to your website's code. It's like you're telling the AI, hey, just so you know, this block of text is an FAQ, or this person right here, that's the author, and here's their bio. It just removes all the guesswork for the AI. So, you've done all the work. You've created this amazing AI-friendly content. How do you know if it's actually working? Because the old scoreboard, keyword rankings, website traffic, it's basically obsolete. We need a whole new way to measure success. So, let's look at the new scoreboard. We are trading our obsession with keyword rankings for tracking mentions in AI answers. We're shifting our focus from chasing website clicks to earning citations and placements. And the ultimate goal? It's no longer just to rank on page 1. It is to become an AI's go-to, trusted source of information. So, at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one simple but profound question. It's the one thing I want you to walk away with. In this new world, is your brand being searched for, or is it being recommended? Because in the age of AI, only one of those is going to guarantee you're still around tomorrow. If you're finding these tutorials valuable and you're serious about integrating AI and automation into your business to save time and build scalable systems, I invite you to join our free school community. This isn't a place for hype or unrealistic promises. Instead, it's a focused environment where we continue the conversation, share practical workflows, and troubleshoot real-world AI implementation challenges together. Inside, you'll find extended discussions on the AI tools and automation strategies we cover here on the channel, exclusive mini tutorials and workflow breakdowns that go even deeper, a supportive network of fellow entrepreneurs, freelancers, and creators who are actively building with AI, opportunities to ask questions directly and get feedback on your own automation projects. It's a space dedicated to continuous learning and practical application, helping you move from understanding concepts to implementing effective AI solutions in your day-to-day operations. To join, simply click the link in the description below. I'm looking forward to connecting with you there and helping you further streamline your work and build real leverage with AI.